guys, I'm Toy, and welcome to Meet the Author. That's a very interesting topic because the book cover has not been created yet. And this is where you guys as the readers and voters come in, because I'm going to create at least three book covers for you guys to choose from. And that's really important because how many of us have gone to Barnes & Noble or Amazon and just looked at the covers? If the cover looks whack, you're not going to pick it up. Unless maybe it's on a reading list from school and you have to get it. But for the most part, if it's not interesting, you're not even really going to look at it. The question, am I going to have Ruby on the cover? Am I going to have anybody on the cover? I'm not sure yet, because I want the reader to have their own imagination. I want her to look like how you imagine her to look. Whether she's dark skinned, light skinned, whether she's, she has acne or not. If I don't put it in there, feel free to imagine it. There is going to be a soundtrack to this book, and this is what I'm the most excited about. I mean, even when I first wrote this book 8 years ago, I knew there was going to be a soundtrack to it. So if you've seen any books out there that have music or soundtracks, I had the idea first. I don't know how they got this idea out of my head, but trust me, I thought of it first. I just didn't publish it yet. It's just something that's always been with me. Even in church, growing up in church, I've been part of the choir and I've released some singles, and I never wanted to completely let go and abandon my passion for music. But there are other things that I am passionate about, other things that I want to try. So what better way than to combine it? We go to the movies, we see these great movies, they have these soundtracks, whether it's just, music underneath it without any vocals, or whether it is vocals. So I'm like, you know what? This would be a great opportunity to combine those two things for the reader. There might not be a track for every single last chapter in the book, because remember I told you I do a lot of chapters and I want you to feel like you're making progress, but I'm not going to make 35 songs for a soundtrack. So with that said, I just think that it's going to be amazing. I mean, there will be storytelling in the music. There will be specific feelings and emotions that you will feel in the music that you might have started to feel reading the story, but the music just drives it home. You have a great soundtrack. You can be watching something and not even realize that you have a tear in your eye because you're watching someone act it out and you're listening to the dialogue. But how often can we notice when the music is missing, when we hear the dialogue and it's not making us feel anything? You should be feeling something, but you can't quite put your finger on it. How come I'm not crying? How come I'm not upset? How come I'm not pissed off? It's because the music is not giving you what you need to bring you there. It's going to be so awesome to perform the music, to read the prologue, to do all this for you guys. It's going to be awesome. It's a totally new experience, and I'm really excited. Some advice to some aspiring writers and people who want to publish books is, if you don't know what to write, just sit down and write down some ideas. A lot of people say, hey, I've always been thinking I want to write a book. I just don't know where to start. Well, it starts with a pen and a pad, or an iPhone, or a Galaxy, or a laptop. You just have to sit down and actually write down something. Even if you're just brainstorming ideas, that's how I started. I just had a notebook and I was on a bus one day and I said, you know what? Here's my main character. Who's connected to this character? And I wrote down some names, and I said, well, what's this person's story? And I wrote down their information, their background, and I started to develop all these people. And then before I knew it, I had a whole cast. So I would just say, definitely, if you have an idea, just sit down and do it. Know who your resources are, reach out to people, make friends, build relationships. I went out and bought a book from Barnes & Noble that said, here are a whole bunch of agents and here's their information and this is what you should do. Write a query letter, write this, write that, and your query letter should have this. After I wrote the book, I was tired of writing. I'm like, I'm not writing another damn letter. I'm not writing another damn book. I just want the book out. For some reason, these people that were very much into the traditional zone, they were just like self-publishing. They kind of frowned upon it. And it made me feel like maybe I shouldn't do that. But now in 2015, like, we've got so many options to do it on our own, to market on our own. Why the hell not? You know, I went into my laptop, and thank God over the years, I still have the files. It didn't get corrupted. The computer didn't crash. Nobody spilled water on it. It was there. And I say, you know what? I'm going to take this step. I'm going to get it edited. I'm going to push it out there. Great advice to you guys. Don't worry about what people are going to think. If it makes you happy, then just do it. Push it out. Get it out there into the universe, and then move on. That's the best thing I can tell you. Definitely visit thetoyhouse.com. This is a place where you can feel open and judgment-free to discover and explore any passion you like. And Toi House, like I said, stands for Take On Innovation. So it might not be new to everyone else, but if you've never done it yourself, then it's new to you. So if you want to take up a passion in cooking and writing and doing makeup blogs and doing any Pinterest posts or anything that makes you happy, then that's the place where you go. We, find something new that's exciting to us. We want to go and share it with our friends and with our family. And for some reason, some of them are not as excited as we are with this. They're like, well, I thought you was singing, or I thought that you was doing body scrubs, or I thought that you was just like, writing a book. What makes me happy? You're at home. So that's why you take on innovation at home. Toi House, toyhouse.com. You'll find a lot of articles there. You'll also find information about the book and about signing up. So make sure that you sign up for the mailing list so that you can get all types of information, emails about when I'm going to do a live Periscope on Twitter where you can meet me, information about when is the voting going to be open to vote for the book cover? What's the name of the book? I haven't given you guys the name of the book yet. I want you guys to feel like you're publishing this book with me. We're so connected on social media. We can do all of this together, and you'll feel like it's your book too. So when it launches, oh girl, I'm about to go out and get this book because I voted on the cover and I want to know what the cover is. I want to make sure it's the one that I picked. On Twitter, I am at the Toi House. On Facebook, at Toi House. Look me up. I would love to connect with you. And if you follow me, I'll follow you back. I promise. Unless you're a marketer and you're trying to give me 500,000 likes in like a week, I won't follow you. Anyway, thank you guys. Kisses. Take on innovation.